Today, we're stepping into the world of Jack Nicholson, the three-time Oscar winner whose devilish grin, razor-sharp wit, and unforgettable intensity have made him a legend since the 60s. From his breakout in Easy Rider to stealing scenes in The Shining and The Departed, Jack's career is a masterclass in charisma and chaos. But beyond the screen, his family life is a beautiful, blended tapestry of love, loss, and legacy that's as captivating as his roles. We're covering it all, a full biography of his rise from Jersey boy to Hollywood king, his age and current vibe in 2025, his family tree with all 6 kids and grandkids, his jaw-dropping net worth, lifestyle, homes, that Mulholland compound is insane, cars, and the simple truths of a man who's lived large but always on his terms. This is gonna be a long one, packed with stories, photos, and the heart behind the headlines, no fluff, just the golden glow of Jack Nicholson. Whether you're a die-hard fan of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, obsessed with his Joker and Batman, or just love a good family saga, grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive into Jack Nicholson's unforgettable world. Here we go. Let's kick things off with Jack's biography, because this guy's life reads like a script from one of his own movies, full of twists, triumphs, and that signature Nicholson edge that keeps you hooked. Born John Joseph Nicholson on April 22, 1937, in Neptune City, New Jersey, Jack grew up in a whirlwind of family secrets and showbiz dreams that would shape his rebel spirit. His mom, June Frances Nicholson, was a 17-year-old beauty queen and aspiring showgirl from a working-class Irish-English-German family, and his dad was Donald Fursillo, a vaudeville performer who went by Don Rose. But here's the bombshell: June didn't know Don was already married when she got pregnant, and Jack didn't learn the truth until 1974, when a Time magazine reporter spilled the beans. Turns out, June and her mom Ethel raised Jack as June's sister, to avoid scandal, with Ethel as his mom, a Jersey Shore soap opera that Jack later called the best acting lesson I ever got. Growing up in Manasquan, he was a scrappy kid, stealing hubcaps and skipping school to hit the beach, but he had a soft spot for movies, idolizing Humphrey Bogart and James Cagney. At 17, he ditched Asbury Park High for the stage, landing in New York with $200 in his pocket and a dream of Broadway. Jack's big break was a slow burn. He started as an office boy at MGM in 1956, then hustled bit parts in B-movies like Cry Baby Killer, 1958, his debut at 21 where he played a troubled teen. The 60s were his grind era, writing scripts with Buddy Roger Corman, scoring roles in The Little Shop of Horrors, 1960, and The Raven, 1963, but it was Easy Rider, 1969, that launched him into the stratosphere. As the easygoing biker George Hansen, Jack improvised half his lines and stole the show from Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper, earning his first Oscar nod and a ticket to A-list status. The 70s were his golden age. 5 Easy Pieces, 1970, as The Restless Pianist, Carnal Knowledge, 1971, with Art Garfunkel, Chinatown, 1974, as the crooked cop Jeet, each one a masterclass in brooding intensity. Then came One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, where he torched the screen as R.P. McMurphy, the rebellious patient battling Nurse Ratched, winning his first Best Actor Oscar and turning the book into a cultural touchstone. The 80s brought The Shining, 1980, as the unhinged Jack Torrance, Here's Johnny, Still Gives Chills, and Terms of Endearment, 1983, nabbing him a Best Supporting Actor win as the flawed Dad Aurora's ex. By the 90s, he was a director too, with The Two Jakes, 1990, and producing Hoffa, 1992, plus A Few Good Men, 1992, where his You Can't Handle the Truth courtroom roar became legend. Jack wrapped his 80-film career with How Do You Know, 2010, quietly retiring at 73 to focus on family and art collecting. In 2025, at 88, he's a recluse in his Beverly Hills compound, but his influence? Eternal. Fans on X are sharing clips, saying, Jack at 88 is still the king, that grin could launch 1,000 ships. Age? Jack Nicholson is 88 years old in 2025, born April 22, 1937, and let me tell you, he's aging with that devil-may-care swagger that's all his own. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches with a sturdy build that softened a bit over the years, Jack still got those piercing blue eyes and that mischievous grin that could charm the devil. He's ditched the wild hair for a clean-shaven dome, and you might spot him courtside at Lakers games in a cap and shades, but his presence? Timeless. At 88, he's selective with appearances. He popped up at the SNL 50th anniversary in February 2025, introducing Adam Sandler with a rare smile, and was seen using a cane, but insiders say he's sharp as ever, binge-watching old flicks and sketching in his studio. Turning 88 hasn't dimmed his fire. If anything, it's made him more reflective, sharing in a 2024 interview, "Age is just the price of wisdom, I've got plenty to spare." Fans on X adore him, posting, "88 and Jack still cooler than the room, the eternal bad boy." Now, let's talk family, because Jack's got one of the most fascinating, sprawling trees in Hollywood, 6 kids from 5 different moms, a testament to his legendary love life and that free-spirited charm. Jack was married once, to actress Sandra Knight from 1962 to 1968, a whirlwind romance that started on the set of The Terror, 1963. Sandra, with her ethereal beauty and quiet strength, was his anchor in the early days, but the Hollywood grind and Jack's rising star pulled them apart. They share one daughter, Jennifer Nicholson, born September 13, 1963, Jack's eldest at 62 in 2025. Jennifer's a filmmaker and actress in her own right, directing shorts like The Tie That Binds and appearing in Ride with the Devil, 1999. She's the one who keeps the family close, often posting throwback pics of Jack with the grandkids. After Sandra, Jack's heart was a revolving door of romances. Angelica Houston from 1973 to 1990, a 17-year passion that inspired Prizzy's Honor, 1985, where she won an Oscar opposite him. But before Angelica settled in, Jack fathered son Caleb Goddard on July 27, 1970, with actress Susan Anspach from 5 Easy Pieces, 1970. Caleb, 55 in 2025, is a director and cinematographer who's kept a low profile, working on indies like The Circle, 2017. Susan and Jack's co-parenting was rocky. She sued for paternity in 1986, but they've made peace, with Caleb crediting Jack for his creative spark. Jack's most public dad era came with Rebecca Broussard, a stunning actress he dated from 1988 to 1994, overlapping with Angelica. They welcomed daughter Lorraine Nicholson on April 16, 1990, now 35, a rising star in her own right, directing No Ordinary Joe, 2020, and acting in The Cabin in the Woods, 2012. Lorraine's got her dad's eyes and that Nicholson intensity, often sharing family moments on Instagram, like helping Jack put on his sneakers for the SNL 50th in February 2025. 2 years later, son Ray Nicholson arrived on February 20, 1992, 33 in 2025, who's followed the family trade as an actor in Hell or High Water, 2016, and The Ridiculous Six, 2015. Ray's dating model Sarah Sampaio since 2023, keeping it low-key but cute. Then there's Honey Hollman, born February 9, 1982 to 43 in 2025, with Danish model Winnie Hollman during a 1980s fling. Honey, raised in Copenhagen, is a jewelry designer who's stayed out of the spotlight but shares a close bond with Jack, visiting him in Aspen for holidays. Finally, Tessa Gourin, born August 15, 1994, 31 in 2025, the youngest, with waitress Jennine Gourin. Tessa's been more vocal, going public in 2023 to claim her dad and sharing stories of their reconnection. At 88, Jack's a grandpa to at least 6, Jennifer's 2 boys, Lorraine's 1, Ray's none yet, Honey's private, and Tessa's 1, and he dotes on them with trips to his Mulholland compound. Family gatherings are rare but real, birthdays at the Beverly Hills estate with cake and stories from the Shining sets. Jack said, "Kids are the best part, they keep you young, or at least honest." Fans on X gush, Jack's 6 kids are his greatest role, a wild, wonderful family. Net worth. Jack Nicholson's net worth in 2025 is a staggering $400 million, a fortune that's as layered as his filmography, built on smart deals, timeless roles, and investments that keep paying off. His acting haul alone is legendary: $500,000 for Chinatown, 1974, $2.6 million today, but Batman, 1989, was the jackpot, $6 million upfront plus a percentage of gross that netted him $60 million. By the 90s, he commanded $10 to $15 million per film, with As Good as It Gets, 1997, earning $20 million. Producing through his company Added Millions, The Crossing Guard, 1995, and The Two Jakes, 1990. But the real moneymaker? Sundance. He founded the festival in 1981, and its growth turned his $500 initial investment into a $100 million plus empire through sponsorships and real estate. His art collection is a $150 million treasure trove, Picassos, Matisses, and a Magritte that sold for $30 million in 2015. Real estate's another goldmine, the Mulholland compound, for homes on 3 acres, bought piecemeal since 1969, now $100 million plus, an Aspen chalet sold for $11 million in 2013, now worth $60 million, a Malibu ranch, and a Hawaii beach house. Cars. He's got a garage of classics, a 1961 Ferrari GT SWB California worth $18 million, a 1958 Ferrari 250 GT Cabriolet at $2.5 million, and a 1932 Ford Hot Rod he restored himself. At 88, Jack's not chasing checks, it's all dividends from a life well played. Fans on X say, $400 million and Jack's still the coolest, legacy over loot. Lifestyle in 2025. Jack's living that reclusive legend life at 88, a far cry from his 70s party king days but perfectly him. Based in his Beverly Hills Mulholland compound, a gated oasis with a pool, tennis court, and that iconic front gate shaped like a bird, he starts days slow with coffee on the patio, overlooking the city he conquered. At 5 feet 9 inches and a comfy 180 pounds, he's eased off the gym for light walks and reading scripts from his armchair. Diet: simple indulgence, avocado toast for breakfast, grilled fish for lunch, and a steak with red wine for dinner, courtesy of his private chef. Style: effortless cool, cashmere sweaters, slacks, and loafers for Lakers games, where he's a fixture in the front row with his shades and that grin. He drives a classic 1965 Mustang convertible, $100,000, for sunny spins to the Hollywood Bowl, but mostly relies on a driver for privacy. Socially, it's a small circle: poker nights with Warren Beatty, dinners with Angelica Houston, still close post-breakup, and grandkid visits where he spoils them with the shining marathons, minus the scary parts. Hobbies keep him sharp: collecting art, his latest is a $20 million Basquiat, sketching in his studio, and tending his garden. He's got a killer rose bush named after Diane Keaton. In 2025, Jack's selective with cameos. He voiced a character in the Book of Clarence, 2024, and popped up at the Oscars in March for a Lifetime tribute. Philanthropy's low-key but real: millions to the ACLU and environmental causes through his Redford Center. Wait, that's Robert Redford. Jack's donated to film preservation via the American Film Institute. Fans on X say, Jack at 88 is living the dream: quiet luxury, zero regrets. Challenges. Jack's faced his share: the 1970s family secret reveal rocked him, and losing son Jennifer's brother Scott to SIDS in 1959 scarred deep. His 1980s Angelica breakup was public pain, and health whispers in recent years, memory issues at 88, have him stepping back. But he's owned it all with that Nicholson grin. X posts reflect: Jack's turned scars into stories, the ultimate survivor. In summary, Jack Nicholson's family is a wild, wonderful ride: 6 kids from 5 loves, with Jennifer, Caleb, Honey, Lorraine, Ray, and Tessa carrying his spark, plus grandkids keeping the legacy alive. At 88, with a $400 million empire of films, art, and that Mulholland haven, his lifestyle is pure legend: courtside Lakers, classic cars, and family fireside chats. His biography, From Jersey Rebel to 3 Oscar King, is cinema gold. What's your favorite Jack role, Joker or McMurphy? Drop it in the comments, like if you're a fan forever, and share with your movie night crew. Want more on his co-stars like Marlon Brando? Let me know. Thanks for watching, keep the grin going, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.